35 million people watched her get married live, but they also watched her darkest secrets exposed to the world. Selena Gomez was having the most beautiful day of her life. Nothing could go wrong. Until one message hijacked her wedding broadcast and turned her dreams into the internet's biggest scandal. In 3 hours, her reputation was shattered, her marriage questioned, and her trust in humanity destroyed. What you're about to see will make you question everything you share online. September 27th, 2025, Selena Gomez was about to have the most watched celebrity wedding in social media history. With 420 million Instagram followers and partnerships with Netflix, Disney Plus, and YouTube, her wedding was being live-streamed to an estimated 35 million viewers worldwide. The venue was perfect, a private estate in Malibu, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Taylor Swift was her maid of honor. Rare Beauty had created a custom bridal collection. Everything was flawless. But at exactly 6:47 p.m. Pacific time, during the exchange of vows, someone hijacked the live stream. What happened next would become the most watched cyber attack in entertainment history. The screen went black for exactly 13 seconds. When the feed returned, viewers weren't watching a wedding anymore. They were seeing something that was never meant to be public, a private video diary entry Selena had recorded months earlier, crying in her bedroom, talking about her deepest insecurities, her struggles with bipolar disorder, and her fears about whether anyone could ever truly love her. But that was just the beginning. The hijacker had access to everything: her private text messages, unreleased songs, therapy session recordings, and most devastatingly, intimate conversations with her closest friends, including Taylor Swift, where she'd shared doubts about her relationship and fears about her fiancé's true intentions. The mastermind behind this attack had been planning it for months. Simon Leviev, the Tinder swindler, had evolved his game once again. This time, he wasn't targeting individual women for money. He was targeting the most vulnerable moment in a celebrity's life, their wedding day, when millions of people were watching and emotions were at their highest. His plan was brilliant in its cruelty. For 6 months, he'd been slowly infiltrating Selena's digital life through her wedding planning team, posing as Marcus Rivera, a high-end event security consultant. He'd gained access to the live stream infrastructure, her phone backups, and even her therapy practices' supposedly secure servers. But his real genius was psychological. He knew that the most damaging revelations wouldn't be scandalous secrets. They would be honest, human moments of vulnerability that would make people see her differently forever. As 35 million people watched in shock, Selena's perfect day became a living nightmare. The hijacked content kept coming. Voice memos where Selena worried that her fiancé was only marrying her for fame. Therapy sessions where she discussed feeling fake and manufactured. Text messages where she complained about fans being obsessive and draining. But the most devastating moment came when the hijacker played a recording of Selena during a panic attack, hyperventilating and saying, "I don't know if I'm even a real person anymore. Maybe I'm just a character I've been playing for so long that I forgot who I actually am." The wedding guests were in chaos. Her fiancé looked stunned. Taylor Swift was crying, and Selena stood frozen at the altar, watching her most private moments being broadcast to the world in real time. But the psychological torture was only just beginning. The hijacker had saved the worst for last. As Selena tried to regain control of the situation, the screens displayed a final message: "This is just 1% of what I have. Pay $10 million in cryptocurrency within 24 hours, or everything goes public. Your fans deserve to know the real Selena." The live stream ended, but the damage was already spreading across every social media platform. Selena's Secrets was trending worldwide. News outlets were analyzing every word from the leaked audio. Her most intimate moments were being turned into memes and reaction videos. The wedding was over, but the nightmare had just begun. Behind the scenes, Selena was having a complete psychological breakdown. The person who'd built her career on being relatable and authentic was now being destroyed by her own authenticity. The honest moments she'd shared with her therapist, moments of genuine struggle and growth, were being weaponized against her. Her management team was in crisis mode. But how do you control a story when the most damaging content is just someone being human? The leaked recordings weren't scandals. They were just the normal insecurities and doubts that everyone has, but that celebrities are never supposed to admit publicly. Selena locked herself in her honeymoon suite, refusing to see anyone. Her new husband tried to comfort her, but she couldn't stop wondering, had he heard the recordings where she questioned their relationship? Did he now think she was fake? Could their marriage survive this level of exposure? The investigation that followed revealed the shocking scope of the operation. FBI cybercrime units discovered that Marcus Rivera had been simultaneously targeting 12 other A-list celebrities, all planning major life events. Weddings, baby announcements, award shows, any moment when the celebrity would be emotionally vulnerable and the world would be watching. He'd collected terabytes of private data, therapy recordings, private conversations, insecure moments, honest opinions about fans and colleagues. His plan was to create a celebrity vulnerability database that could be sold to the highest bidders or used for extortion. The psychological profiles he'd built weren't just for blackmail. They were detailed maps of each celebrity's deepest fears and insecurities, designed to cause maximum emotional damage with surgical precision. But the most shocking discovery was yet to come. Investigators found that Simon Leviev hadn't just infiltrated Selena's team, he'd been manipulating her mental health treatment. Posing as a digital wellness consultant, he'd convinced her therapy practice to use a new secure app for session recordings. That app was his creation. For months, he'd been listening to her most private therapeutic conversations, learning her triggers, her fears, her relationship doubts. He'd used this information to time his attack for maximum psychological impact. He hadn't just stolen her data. He'd weaponized her own healing process against her. The breach had affected not just Selena, but dozens of other high-profile clients of the same therapy practice. Their most vulnerable moments had all been recorded and cataloged by a predator. The case revealed something terrifying about our digital age. The people we trust with our mental health, our security, and our most private moments can become the very weapons used to destroy us. Simon Leviev was sentenced to 30 years in federal prison for cyber terrorism, extortion, and violation of medical privacy. The case led to revolutionary new laws protecting therapeutic communications and celebrity privacy rights. But the psychological damage to Selena was permanent. The wedding footage had been seen by 35 million people. Her private struggles were now public knowledge. Her relationship with vulnerability, the very thing that had made her relatable, was forever changed. 6 months later, Selena returned to social media with a single post. "I used to think authenticity meant sharing everything. Now I know it means protecting what matters most, your right to be human in private." The incident became a watershed moment in celebrity culture. For the first time, the public witnessed the complete psychological destruction of someone they loved, broadcast in real time. It forced a global conversation about the price of fame and our right to private struggle. Selena's wedding day hack taught the world a crucial lesson. In the digital age, our most intimate moments of vulnerability can become our greatest liability. The things that make us human, our fears, doubts, and insecurities, can be turned into weapons against us by those who understand the power of emotional manipulation. The question that haunted everyone who watched wasn't just, how could this happen? It was, what would I do if my most private thoughts were suddenly public? In the end, Selena Gomez's perfect day became a mirror, forcing millions of people to confront an uncomfortable truth. We're all just one hack away from having our humanity used against us.